Alright guys, welcome back to another Genshin Impact video, and it's finally time to talk about Yae Miko after using her for already more than a week. So I thought it would be nice now just to talk about her kit, her performance, and how I build her as well, and also probably discuss some of her constellations and also some of the team comps you can play around with her as well. So I did pull for Yae Miko on the launch day, so that's about a week ago, and now. I'm gonna show you guys the stats. So these are my stats for Yae Miko, around 2200 attack, EM 91, and just go more details. You can see my crit rate and crit damage ratios, ER 120%, and an actual damage bonus 61.6. So pretty okay stats. I was hoping for more crit rate, but this is the best I can do. So this is my weapon, the Kagura's Rarity, and the artifacts that I went was the Thundering Fury and Glad's two-piece sets. There is no dedicated artifact set for Yae Miko at the moment, so this will have to do for now. And there is another option you can run is the Shinimawa set as well as Gladiator set, two-piece for attack of 80%, so you get 36% attack. That's another possible alternative you can use. And another alternative is the Thunder Suder as well. I'm not sure I have a proper set, but Thunder Suder is also usable on Yae Miko as well, but not the best overall. And lastly, we have the Emblem of Severed Fate. So this one also you can use on her. But I highly recommend you use this if you're just focusing on her burst damage because this set boosts burst damage in general. So that is the artifacts, and for the stats for the sense I went for attack percent, electro damage bonus goblet, and crit damage circlet. For this one you can use maybe energy recharge. It depends on your substats. If you've got a lot of attack in the energy recharge sense, then you can use it because as you guys know, Yae Miko's talents, I'll show you guys the talents. The elemental burst requires 90 energy cost, so it's pretty high if you want to rotate the elemental burst damage every time. So you're gonna want to pair with another character, probably an electro unit like Fischl maybe, or Rated Shogun, because the downtime on this thing is also pretty long, so you can pretty much switch to other units while this is charging up. So yeah, that's why you might want to use the energy recharge sense if you're facing some issues getting the burst up. But her main source of damage actually comes from the elemental skill. So the Seicho Sakura they're calling it, if you see mine is level 8, it's actually pretty decent. I'm getting around like 10k damage per hit, around 10,000 to 11,000 without any slow damage. I will show you guys the demo later, but it's pretty high. So I guess you can focus on the elemental skill first, and then only focus on this one. And then lastly is your normal attacks, which I don't think I'll be just leveling up anymore. I'm just leaving at level 6. I'll just focus on these two to get it to 9. And probably I might crown the elemental skill and see how we move on from there. Alright, so now let us talk about some of the weapons we can use for Yae Miko. So obviously, Kagura's Rarity is the best for her because as you can see, we got a crit damage substat with a base attack of 608, pretty high for a catalyst. And this is the passive on the weapon. It's pretty much designed for her. You can see if you use the elemental skill, it will boost the skill damage, and we can stack it up 3 times, and then it will boost all elemental damage. So it's pretty much made for Yae Miko. So that is for Kagura's Rarity. There is other options if you don't have this weapon. For 5 stars, you can use the Lost Spray or the Sacred Winds. I think that's okay. Because it has a crit rate substat, or you can use the Skyward Atlas, the one that has an attack percent. I think it's pretty decent on her as well. Other than that, I think that is pretty much all the 5-star options we have. That is good on her. We also got this new Oswald Eye from the event. This is a 4-star weapon, free to play weapon you can get from the event now. This one I tested it. It's not the greatest for Yae Miko, but it's usable. If you are just joining in the game, you are pretty new to the game, I think this is a very nice weapon for her, as it boosts the energy recharge, so she can get her elemental burst up pretty fast using this weapon. But it's okay in general for Yae Miko. Dodogo Tails really not recommended at all actually for her because It's really designed for charge attack damage and normal attack, so it's not the greatest for her, so I suggest don't even bother this weapon. Circular Fragments only boosts her Elemental Mastery. Yeah, she does get more damage from her Elemental skill if you bump up the Elemental Mastery, but I still don't recommend this one. This is still better on other characters like Sokrus, so this is still not good for her. However, the Wit Sith, I think this is the best 4-star for Yae Miko in my opinion because of the buff you can see over here. We're getting some attack buff, we can get an elemental damage buff, and even the EM buff. So any of these three is actually useful on Yae Miko. So if you have the Wit Sith lying around, you might want to use this on Yae Miko. It's gonna do much more damage for her, and it's also having a crit damage substat. So pretty much you just need to focus on getting her crit rate to like 50% and above at least, and you're pretty much set to go. So this, I think, is the best 4-star catalyst for Yae Miko. The rest of the weapons that I have here is just not that great at all. The Blackcliff is okay, it's not that great because of this passive. It's only useful for multiple targets. Bosses is not very good. This one is a favorite option if you don't have the sacrificial fragments, but as I said, don't really bother much about the EM because the scaling is not that high. So yeah, I suggest going for this one or this one, and then for 5-star options, obviously this one is the best for her. Now let's talk about her constellations. So if you are free to play and you don't plan on pulling more constellations, you don't need any of this. But if you're a whale and you're interested in seeing some of the constellations or you wanna get probably C1, so let's take a look at C1. This one basically gives Yae Miko some of her energy back, so it does solve some of the energy issues as she has 90 energy cost. So having C1, I think pretty much solves that issue. So if you want to go for C1, I think it's a very nice constellation. But if you don't have energy issues, if your energy is very high, like 150% or something like that, then I think you don't even need C1. So yeah, let's take a look at C2. So this one, the Seisho Sakura, which is that turrets, start at level 2 when created, so means you're gonna deal more damage from the start, and then you put down another 2 more turrets, you're gonna deal more damage because it's gonna be level 4. And the range is increased by 60%, so you can pretty much just put down the turrets in a domain or something, it will pretty much strike everything around its path, so pretty crazy constellation, I gotta say. So C2 actually is pretty good for boosting more damage for enemy skill. C3 is just a talent upgrade, so more damage basically. This one even more damage for your ultimate. This one more damage for your ultimate, and then this one pretty much more damage again. And your turrets will ignore the defense of enemies, so you're gonna do even more damage. But I think this is just too much money. So I would recommend just stopping at either C1 or C2 to maximize your Yae Miko's full gameplay experience, because other than that, passing C2, you're just getting more damage, which I don't think is worth it for spending a lot of money. So this C1 and C2 is a very nice stopping point already for Yae Miko. So yeah, that's pretty much it for constellations. Alright, so we've done showcasing my Yae Miko and all the artifacts and everything. So now let's take her for a spin and test her damage out in this area here. So I'm gonna test out her elemental skill damage to show you guys the raw damage of the skill. So I'm gonna put down, and then after that we'll show you guys the boosted damage after swirling the element. So let's just down. So we're getting around 11,090. Yeah, 11,090. So now, oh shoot. So I just swirl the damage. We're getting about 13,000. I think I saw 13,000. So a little bit of boost in damage after swirling. Okay, we're getting 14,000. That's pretty high, yeah. Very high damage, you can see. Yeah, so pretty high damage on my Yae Miko's elemental skill. So yeah, so now let's talk about some of the team compositions for Yae Miko. So there are a lot of options you can build her. So this is not a okay. I think this is considered one team. So you can use Yae Miko with Ren and Shogun if you have her, or you can use her with
The
Fischl.
threads of your fate lie in my
If you
hands.
don't have Raiden Shogun, use with Fischl. And Socros, you can use her. Make sure she's using this artifact set, the Viridescent Venerer, to reduce the resistance. And Sync Shield is just here to apply the wet status so that when we can do some electro charge reactions as well. So I think this is a very nice team. If you have Kazuha, then probably switch out Socros for Kazuha, and then I guess you're pretty much good to go. So this is a very nice team, free to play friendly team. If you don't have Kazuha, then this is the free to play option. If you have better options, I will definitely go with Raiden Shogun,
Stay close
and then
and you
so
will
close
live.
you can switch to Kazuha, which I don't have. So yeah, so that is the team composition that I would suggest running for Yae Miko, and so yeah, that's the team composition. And yeah, so overall, what do I think of Yae Miko? She's actually pretty okay character, not too busted, not too weak. She's an okay character. She's a mainly a sub DPS character. They just put down the turrets and does damage, and then once your ultimate's ready, you just use your ult and then put the turrets again, and then switch out to another unit to boost back her energy. So that is how we play her. And yeah, so I'm not sure she can main DPS. If you want to build her as a main DPS, I think it's possible, but it's not really recommended because her main source of damage, as I said, is from the elemental skill. So you want to focus on that. So yeah, that's pretty much it guys for this video. Just a quick showcase of Yae Miko. After a week of using her, I think she's a pretty okay character. She's fine. Does she need a buff? I don't think so. She's pretty okay. From what I see so far for 1 week. Uh, so far, no major issues from Yae Miko as well. So guys, that's pretty much for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.